Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called Sorrow is Better Than Laughter, and you are compensated for your misery. Yeah, man, let me say it again, man. The name of the lesson is called Sorrow is Better Than Laughter, and you are compensated for your misery. Now, as we get into this word, I want to establish a few things, man. What you see on the screen is a beautiful rendition of what laughter should be like. The mother and daughter both sharing the spirit of laughter. Now, in the natural sense, laughter, there's nothing better. Laughter shows that you in a place of joyfulness, you in a place of gladness. And trust me, in the world that we live in today, we could use a good laugh. We could use a good humor. We could use laughter. All right. But from a spiritual perspective, sorrow is better than laughter. Okay. And when you're dealing with sorrow, you're going to be compensated, spiritually compensated for your misery of sorrow. Okay. So what you see on the screen is symbolic to laughter. As a spiritual person, you should not be demonstrating any of this. Okay? As a spiritual person, you should not be demonstrating no type of laughter. Because it's sorrow is better than that. That's why you are spiritually compensated for your misery. Now, we're going to come to you in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse number 3. And it says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Check that out, man. Let me say it again in Ecclesiastes 7, verse 3. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. So the first thing we're going to focus on in Ecclesiastes 7 and 3 is sorrow. When you think of sorrow, you know what comes to mind? Being deeply depressed, being deeply dejected. Okay. Another example of sorrow is dealing with frustration and pain. Okay. And according to the scriptures, being deeply depressed, being deeply dejected, deeply dealing with frustration and pain is better than laughter. It's better than being joyful. Could you imagine that? Now, a natural person would not agree with that. A natural person would say, there's no way you being deeply depressed, you being deeply dejected, dealing with frustration and pain, there's no way that's better than being joyful. But see, the scriptures is telling you sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness, for by the grief, by the mournfulness of the countenance. What is your countenance? The look and appearance of your face. It says the heart is made better. Okay. So when it talks about the heart is talking about your spiritual mind. It's talking about your inner self. Okay. Is what? Made better. In other words, merry of the mind. Okay. Is what you're going to experience, man. What's the name of the lesson, man? Sorrow is better than laughter, and you are compensated for your misery, man. So as we really dig deep into this scripture in Ecclesiastes 7:3, all right, you got to understand that the key thing I want to focus on, it says the heart is made better, man. See, sorrow, a lot of people don't want to deal with that. You see, sorrow is like going to Starbucks and getting some black coffee, or getting coffee with no cream and sugar, which means it's going to be bitter. Okay, sorrow is bitter, man. Is the bitter version of coffee. Laughter is with the sugar and the cream. See? So most people, when they go to Starbucks to get a cup of coffee, they're going to get the coffee more symbolic to what they like, what make them feel good. Okay? Which is that sugar and cream. It tastes better, but sorrow, aka the black coffee, the bitter coffee, is better for you, man. You see? In this world that we live in, man, you have to understand laughter is considered foolish from a spiritual perspective. So let's just say it like this. When you deal with the book and you trying to live by the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahweh, when you take that approach, laughter becomes foolish to you. Partying and bullcrapping becomes foolish to you. Carnality, lust, desires, folliness of the world is foolish, okay? And because it leads to spiritual ruin. So sorrow, man, is always going to be better because, again, when you indulge in laughter, those are all things, worldly things that's going to lead to spiritual ruin, man. When you're dealing in the spirit of sorrow, man, you are more in tune with the spirit of Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahweh, which is going to lead you to that compensation. Those who suffer from misery and spiritual affliction, man. You see, me and my bro came into this gospel, man, and we thought we would have our good days, our bad days, our in-between days. We thought we would have more good days than bad days. Or should I say more good days or laughy days than sad days. But no, it's actually opposite, man. In this spiritual walk, you're going to be more miserable than anything. Because the more miserable you are, man, the more level you are to be able to stay obedient, man, stay focused, man. Your countenance is, you're going to be in your right place and in your right space. When you indulge in laughter, like for instance, man, me and my bro, we understand sorrow is better than laughter. So why would we go to a comedy show in the Chuckle House and go have a good laugh? Nah. Sorrow is better than laughter, man. So we rather go in the house of mourning than the Chuckle House, you see? What's the name of the lesson, man? Sorrow is better than laughter, and you are compensated for your misery. Now, I'm going to bring out a cold precept, man, in 2 Corinthians 6, verse 10. It says, as sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, as poor, yet making many rich, as having nothing, and yet possessing all things, man. You see that? But I'm going to bring out the New Living Translation version of 2 Corinthians 6 and 10, and it's really funky, man. It says, our hearts ache, but we always have joy. We are poor, but we give spiritual riches to others. We own nothing, and yet we have everything. You see that? Now, the one thing that I want to focus on, man, is In the New Living Translation of 2 Corinthians 6:10, it says, our hearts ache, but we always have joy. And that's the beautiful, that's definitely symbolic to sorrow is better than laughter. See? So even though spiritually our hearts may ache, man, but we're going to have more joy in that than in laughter. You see? So even if you are poor, it's a good thing to you. Why? Because others are being spiritually rich because of you. You see? It says we own nothing and yet have everything. Cold-blooded, man. So again, man, as we get ready to close out this word, the name of the lesson is called Sorrow is Better Than Laughter, and you are compensated for your misery. And in Ecclesiastes 7:3, it tell you, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, man. And again, what is the heart? The mind, your inner self. Okay, your heart is made better, which is symbolic to the Mary of your mind. See, your countenance, man, you're going to see it on the look and the appearance of your face. You're going to see it, man. You see? So being deeply depressed, being deeply dejected, dealing with frustration and pain is much better than being joyful. You see? And the grief and the mournfulness, which is all over your face and which is what your face appear to be showing. You see? At the same time, your mind and the Mary of your mind is going to be made better because of it, man. Cold-blooded, man. I hope you sincere. Brothers and sisters was edified by this word. And we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahushua. Shalom, man.